So in this video, we're going to be going over what I consider to be the most underrated credit card by American Express. Now look, just like many people watching this video, I would consider myself the gold and platinum enthusiast of the credit card community. These cards have been my daily drivers for the past few years and I absolutely love them. I never really considered myself getting any other American Express cards, but once I started doing a little bit more research, I realized that this card is so underrated, so undervalued, and it can actually add a ton of benefits to your current card setup. If you are like me, you have the gold, you have the platinum, and you thought the same thing, and you thought maybe hotel cards or airline cards were the only things left, you might be wrong. So guys, make sure you watch this entire video because we're going to be going over what this underrated credit card is, how it lines up compared to other credit cards in your wallet, and towards the end of the video, we're just going to be going over whether or not this is something that you should consider adding to your wallet to get free money, free value, and free benefits. So drum roll please, the most underrated credit cards by American Express would be considered the Blue Cash Everyday Card and the Blue Cash Preferred. Now let me go over some of the benefits with you very briefly in order to explain why these may be some of the most undervalued cards in the credit card industry. So these are pretty simple cards. Their titles actually give it away. They're literally blue and they are cashback credit cards, meaning they're not meant for travel, and you can get one that is for everyday use, or if you have a preferred use where you pay an annual fee, but you do get higher benefits. Now let's go over some of the cashback rewards of these cards. Let's talk about the welcome bonus because that is always a good free little treat that you get back into your wallet, and let's compare which one is actually good or not. So starting out, the Blue Cash Preferred is the card with the annual fee. We're not talking about something like the Platinum card where you have to pay $500 some. This is only a $95 annual fee, still much less than even the American Express Gold card, which has an annual fee of $250. Now guys, trust me, I'm someone who literally is paying about $2,000 every single year to hold all of my credit cards, so I know how much of a pain in the butt annual fees can be. But when you talk about it and you break it down, you have to realize that every single annual fee, if you are getting a positive return on value, it's going to be worth it. I know many people who look at the Blue Cash Preferred and they say, oh, another annual fee, I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that. But when you pay $95 a year to a company, which really isn't that much, a year, not a month, you realize, look, if I'm still getting $400 cash back in benefits, I'm still getting the welcome bonus, it just makes sense to hold. I think people really need to understand that. Please do not be afraid of annual fees when you are getting a higher amount of money towards the end of the year. This all comes down to spending habits. This all comes down to breakdown. And another factor is opportunity costs that you also have to account for, because when you do pay an annual fee, you could have put that on a no annual fee card and still maybe come out on top with value. So let's talk about how the numbers work and start comparing these cards. With the Blue Cash Preferred card, you get 6% back on US supermarkets. The Blue Cash Everyday card, you only get 3% back. The Blue Cash Preferred card currently offers you the highest amount of cash back among all credit cards. Now, I'm not talking about any limited time promotions like the Chase Freedom card's having or the American Express Gold or Platinum has. We're just talking about simple cash back that comes with the card without any type of limited time offer. Now, the Blue Cash Everyday card is still very competitive. The American Express Gold card with a $250 annual fee only gives you 4x back on grocery stores, while the Blue Cash Everyday card still gives you 3x back with no annual fee at all. Now, when it comes to grocery store spend, I have been putting it on my American Express Gold card, but I'm someone who, unlike many people, I do put a lot of money into my groceries. I do like shopping at Whole Foods. I do like shopping at organic places, and I do buy a lot of food, especially because I'm someone who really likes to take care of their health, really likes going to the gym, and one of the things that you have to invest into is high quality foods. So this is a no-brainer card for someone like me. Now, if you're someone who doesn't spend money at a grocery store, maybe you live at home with your parents, maybe you really just don't care about buying the fanciest produce or the organic stuff, and you just like going to maybe the Aldi's or just somewhere that's humble, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are in that situation, this card may not make sense because you really find a lot of value in the grocery store spend and a couple other things that I'm going to mention right now. So one of the most interesting benefits that they've added to this is the US streaming service. So as many people know, during this pandemic, some of you guys may have signed up for different things. I know I have YouTube Premium, I use Audible. On top of that, I have Spotify and many other things that I'm not even doing a good job of tracking, But if you guys are someone who does have a ton of streaming subscriptions, and maybe you live with your family members where you're paying a month for everyone's subscription streaming service, you could find yourself getting a ton of value with 6% back with a credit card like this. Now, the only other times I've been able to utilize the streaming subscription benefits from other credit cards was when the American Express Platinum came out with those limited time offers because of the pandemic, where they actually gave you a reimbursement of anywhere from around $20 per streaming credit. So I found myself actually getting a free credit with that. But if that wasn't the case, this would be the card that I would automatically add all of those streaming subscription services onto just so I can maximize the benefit. So the Blue Cash Preferred card gives you 6% back on streaming services, while the Blue Cash Everyday card, it just gives you a measly 1%. Now, the next one is actually one of my favorite because it's pretty hard finding a credit card that you should put gas on. And this is something that I spent a lot of money on. As someone who drives a German car now, I didn't realize how much gas would be, but I literally get about 7 miles per gallon because of my driving habits. So I end up having to fill up my tank with premium gas pretty often. I would say every couple days. And I always had trouble trying to find the right card to put gas on. I would get pretty lucky with the Chase Freedom rotating calendars, and some months, I would rack it up and I know I would be maximizing my spend in that category. But for the months that I don't have the Freedom calendar, I always was looking for what card I should put this on, and I've always only been getting 1% back. But the Blue Cash Preferred is really the card that you want to consider when it comes to gas. With this card, you can find yourself getting 3% cash back if you put gas purchases on there. And if you have the Blue Cash Everyday card, you can find yourself getting 2% back as well. Now, most credit cards aren't even going to have this many cashback categories, and that's how underrated and undervalued this is. We have such a wide variety, and we're not even done yet. We have 2 more that we need to go over. So real quick, the Blue Cash Preferred card also gives you 3% back on transit. This includes taxis, ride shares, parking, tolls, trains, and buses. So if you're anyone who does take any type of transportation, this might be the card for you. I know the Chase Sapphire Reserve has their travel credit. I know the Platinum card can also give you these benefits, but when we're talking about a lower annual fee card, this is the no-brainer. This is equivalent to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, yet you are still getting much more in cash back value. Now, moving on, you can find yourself also getting cash back in US department stores. Now, this one is a little confusing because the Preferred card has been the card on the roll. This is the card that has been giving you higher cash back. But in this instance, the Preferred gives you 1%, while the everyday version of the Blue Cash card gives you 2%. Those were all of the cashback earning categories just by having one of these cards. And it's such a good all-around credit card that I can't believe most people don't even talk about. Now, I don't blame people because I didn't even talk about it either. But I think when you get to late game and you consider other cards, I really would consider this the king of cashback category credit cards. Now, I'm not going to put this up against the Chase Freedom Flex. If you don't have the Flex, by now you should definitely have it. No excuse unless you literally can't get it because of the 524 rule or something like that. If you are looking to get a great credit card with no annual fees, the Chase Freedom Flex, that's already the baseline. I'm already assuming that every single one of my viewers have that card because it is so good. But this is really the ringer up. Now, something very important though we do have to discuss is going to be the welcome bonus associated with these cards. With the Blue Cash Preferred card, at the time of this recording, you can get $250 in statement credits. That's pretty much just free cash back onto your account if you spend $1,000 in purchases within the first 3 months of card ownership. $1,000 spend, that is so easy. Most people can hit that. So that's an additional free $250 just by applying for this card. Now, the Blue Cash Everyday, it's actually a little interesting too, and it's pretty competitive as well. With this card, you can earn 20% back on purchases at Amazon.com on the card in the first 6 months, up to $200 back. Plus, you can find yourself earning $100 back after you spend $1,000 in purchases on your new card within the first 6 months. So if you're not a heavy spender, if you're a college student, if you're someone who has trouble with their finances right now, the Blue Cash Everyday is definitely a very enticing offer for the welcome bonus. And one more thing, if you are in a pinch right now, you can find yourself getting 0% intro APR for 15 months. Now, someone in my situation, late game, the Blue Cash Preferred is actually the no-brainer. I know that I'm still getting value, and if I'm worried about the annual fee, just by getting this card for the first year, that welcome bonus I get of $250, that already covers double the annual fee. And all the additional benefits I get with the card. So even if I did nothing with it, I could still hold the Blue Cash Preferred and do nothing for 2 years, and that card would still cost me $0 because the welcome bonus. Now, real quick, if you guys are interested in applying for the card, don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. These links are at no cost to you. If you find that the spending habits don't match up, if you don't want to apply for this card, completely okay. Continue watching this video because you're going to learn more about whether or not this is going to make sense for you or maybe a friend or a family member. But if you would like to support this channel and you appreciate these type of reviews and this type of video, using those links down below directly support this channel. And if you do, I just want to say thank you all so much. And yeah, it's just support for the channel. I hope I can continue to make great videos that can help educate the people, but links down below, no cost to you. Let's continue with this video. All right, so by now you should have a good understanding of exactly which credit card you want to apply for, the Blue Cash Preferred or the Blue Cash Everyday, but some of you guys may not be sure. So let's compare how much money you need to spend per year on these cards. We'll also give a breakdown on how much money you should be spending every week in certain categories in order for this card to make sense as well. Now, keep in mind, in this numerical analysis, we're not going to be considering the welcome bonus associated with this card, but previously to what I just said, if you do get the welcome bonus, it pretty much is free cash back. This is not accounting for that, so literally just by applying for this card, you're still getting free money. So with the Blue Cash Preferred card, with the annual fee of $95, if you spend $1,583 per year, or you spend $31 a week, you will break even in the grocery store spending category.
That's it. I'm done with Superstore. I quit.
All right, so to break even on an annual fee of $95, given a 6% cash back on grocery store spend, you would have to spend a yearly amount of $1,583 in groceries, or you just have to spend $31 a week in groceries, and you literally break even on this card. Any other spending that you do on that card after that amount is going to mean you profit money into your account. So with the Blue Cash Preferred card, because there's a cap of that $6,000 on grocery store spend, you would find yourself getting $265 in yearly cash back after we subtract the annual fee. So the questions that you guys are looking to get answered: is the Blue Cash lineup of cards actually worth getting? So yes, in my opinion, the Blue Cash cards are definitely worth getting. If you aren't spending that much money, at least pick up the Everyday card. I highly recommend the Blue Cash Preferred card, only because if you do get this card, you have a viable, clear downgrade path that you can enact a few years after getting this card, and maybe you realize it's not worth it for me and you just wanted the welcome bonus. So what I would personally do is sign up for the Blue Cash Preferred, knowing I have different credit cards, and if I don't find value from this card or whatever the case is, I just downgrade it to the no annual fee version of the Blue Cash Everyday, and I could still find myself reaping small benefits with a card that has no annual fee at no cost to you. The Platinum and the Gold card, cards that I have, this actually does synchronize pretty well in my wallet. I know that adding an additional annual fee may really hinder other people and may scare other people away, especially when right here, I mean, just from these two cards, that's what, $700-800 of annual fees. This card would bring another $95 onto it. You know, you really just got to think about the ROI you're getting back every single year, and think about the cards that you put in effort on getting back. Now, if I am doing dining or if I'm ordering takeout, I'm still going to use the gold. If I'm doing anything travel related or I have a gigantic purchase coming up and I want that American Express great return protection or that purchase protection or that extended warranty, the Platinum card is still the one I'm going to use. But when I'm filling up the Audi, or if I'm going out and I'm trying to get more cash back on my grocery store spend, I'm going to put it on the Blue Cash Preferred card. Surprisingly, it synchronizes pretty well. Now, this is just based off like an American Express card setup, and most people would also consider the American Express trifecta to be these two cards and then the Blue Business Plus. I would actually argue that this card may replace that. People really like the BBP because it's an all-around catch-all card with 2%, no annual fee, but I would risk the dice on it based on your own spending habits. So the Blue Cash Preferred card is definitely the card of choice in my situation and in many people's situation as well. If you don't like the card, just downgrade it. What I recommend you to do is this: make sure that you're aware of all the single credit cards that you have, because American Express does limit you on how many credit cards you can apply for. But if you're trying to find a card that synchronizes well within your own wallet, whether it's the American Express trifecta, the Chase trifecta, or your team cashback, you just have to do the math for yourself. But if you are spending money at supermarkets and you are trying to maximize the cash back you get from gas stations and other miscellaneous things, This setup right here is a no-brainer. This is a card that many people should add to your wallet. I think as a credit card YouTuber, whatever I am, I have a sole responsibility to share these type of credit card offers that many people may not know about and just sleep on. I am declaring this card officially on this channel as one of the most underrated credit cards for this year. Although there are many other credit cards that offer you no annual fee benefits, I believe this is still very just underrated, undervalued for this year. It'd be amazing to see American Express add some additional benefits to this, but we are still getting some great cashback earning categories with simple cards just like this. Now guys, that was my video right there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Much longer than usual, but I wanted to do this type of in-depth analysis for a card like this. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, couple more things. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we talk about credit cards, investing, money, and different fun stuff. So if you've never seen me before, consider joining the fam. I also have a Facebook group that you guys can join. We're currently at over 25,000 members on there. And if you guys want to join, fill out the questionnaire. We'll get you into the community. We'd love to have you. So join us there if you'd like. I'm also giving away $100. I'm just going to PayPal a random person for the holiday season. All you have to do is go over on my Instagram, like my last photo, comment on my last photo, and just shoot me a follow there. And I'm just going to be choosing one random winner within the next week and just giving away $100. Now, on top of that, one last thing, don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. If you guys aren't interested in applying for a credit card, that's all right too, because we have a ton of other investing apps and different products that you can check out, including like this. People love this thing for some reason. That's a canvas by Iconic. I literally have a special discount code for you guys. It's in the back of all my videos. So, you know, there are things that you guys can check out down there that will give you free bonuses, free discounts, free offers, things like that. So guys, that was the video. Thank you all so much again for watching. Much love to everyone. And until next time, peace out.